Screen sharing is disabled. Okay. Sorry. All right. Sorry for the delay. So, hello everyone. Uh, I guess you are still awake. Uh, Sorry. Okay. Sure. We'll take 2-3 minutes more. Then I will start with. And so yeah, uh, hello everyone, and sorry for the delay. My name is Samyak, and I'm a DevOps engineer at TechNative. It's a startup based in Baner, and I've been into communities for a long, means for 8 to 9 months, and it's been an incredible experience for me. Sitting at being an attendee and to getting a speaker role, that's a great achievement. Uh, Also, I've been into mentorship and guidance from the last 3 to 4 months, the package community. Also, I started my cloud club in my college just to make aware that cloud computing is something that we should be going forward in future career perspective. Also, it's a very demanding field. What I think. So, yeah. Also, I don't have any fancy certificates. Also, you must have been a solution architect or a CK, CKS. I didn't do anyone, but I'll get one because I saw many JDs that they required certifications for now. We'll do that. Also, still a student. I'm a final year student at Symbiosis doing my BC degree. I'll be graduating in 2024. Fun fact about me that I want to be a photographer after my 12th grade, but I became an engineer. I guess you know what's the reason. Definitely. So उसने उन्हें कसम खिला के भेजा था कि तुम यहाँ फोटोग्राफी नहीं करोगे. But I still did my freelancing for a year. Yeah, so I request you to scan this handbook. In this session, what I will be doing on the demo, those all steps are written here. So most of you are not using laptop and uh, you don't have any access, so you can refer to my document. I think everyone done. Yeah. Waiting for 1 or 2 people. Not getting. You can come forward and stand. All right then. So, um, yeah, चलिए शुरू करते हैं. Quick recap what Manjul has means briefed you about the observability. So it means, uh, in the layman terms, it means to monitor your deployed application server. Also, it also means that you check logs or matrices what you have deployed. For a Grafana point of view, we have something means called logs, uh, Grafana Loki, where it's Loki is a product where it stores all the logs data. It's a data storage. I heard someone said Promptail or Loki in the last session. I will clarify your point. So, not this is the Loki which we talk about, but in my initial days, I thought of this. The Loki means the Marvel Loki and our vegetable. But no problem. I changed my mind and explored more about Grafana. And the second point I want to mention that for monitoring your application, the metrics is also very important because you should know that how your CPU is working, what's your RAM, what's your storage, and all that stuff. And for that, we have something called Prometheus. So Manjul has shown you a demo regarding this. So it's a metrics monitoring tool, not a log monitoring tool. For logs, we have something called Loki as well as Promptail. Both are different. I will tell you what's exactly the difference is. So from you, I want to ask, do you think that Loki captures log? No. It analyzes. Yeah. Promptail captures the logs and from different sources. It all the sources which we can Docker container ka sources hai, या Kubernetes cluster. Those are sources which Promptails acquire the logs and send it to Loki. So Loki is the hub and Promptails do all the tasks. And all those data what Loki captures and Loki has been displayed to Grafana dashboard, which we will create for this session. And also we have created something similar, the previous one. Yeah, so that's I will make this session very small and crisp. So let's dive into the demo part, where I will be starting an Nginx server and will capturing the logs and show it in the Grafana dashboard. It's a basic to intermediate, basic level session. So all those who are new to Grafana can easily understand what the power of Grafana is. And in your point, I heard that the AWS CloudWatch, someone mentioned that. And I deployed AWS CloudWatch in my office, and the bill was very, very terrible. They scolded me very much that without any cost, how you can implement. So what I did is I implemented CloudWatch. I implemented different VPCs. Also, it captures lots of matrices and every metrics cost for AWS CloudWatch. So it's a very expensive tool. Yeah. So I will, we'll start with the demo. I will also refer this document. I don't know much commands. So yeah. So first, we will be setting our, I assume that you all set up your Azure VM or any VM. And this exactly what Azure, I will connect it again. Yep. Then we will surely upgrade those because we want everything up to date. Perfect. Now we will be installing some Grafana required tools. The mistake what beginners do is copy all these 3 commands. Sometimes it doesn't work and you get, sometimes you face some errors and it says that Grafana is not installed yet. So what this command is doing, it's means installing the HTTPS one and also the properties, which the wget properties. Then only in the 3rd command, we will use the wget command, where we will be downloading the Grafana key from the website. After going to home, you can refer to this document. It's not updated fully. Post event, I will update all the screenshot with the command. So you can refer and try hands-on in your home. I will wait for some time to date. Yeah. Yeah, I got the keys installed. Then we will sign the key. So signing the key is also a very important step. To authorize that it's R1. Second one. I think it's not required yet. I can copy the full name at the. There are many professionals in the session. So if I'm doing anything wrong or if I can improve that, you can please prompt me in the between. Then I will update my instance again. So it will fetch all the new installed Grafana softwares in my instance. Then I will, at the end, I will install the Grafana. Yeah. For all those you guys who interested in doing personal projects, so you can add the monitoring part also in the project. It will look very nice in your portfolio, the portfolio. Now I started the Grafana server using this command, and I will also make sure that I will enable the server over here. So just in case if my instance goes down, the server restarts by themselves. Now, okay, so by default, Grafana server runs on the port 3000. So we will modify, means we will add inbound rule. If you guys know that if you have to, means there is ports in the networking. So we'll add the 3000 port in here. I'm using Azure for this demo. If you have AWS, so there is security group which you can configure. Wait, 31. No, wait out. Yeah. Yeah. Then I can open my Grafana portal using my IP address and using the 3000 port. So IP address I can get here from connect one. Then I'll copy this, paste it. For the timing, yeah. HTTP. Hope it goes live. Is correct one here? Oh, sorry. I think the 3000 port which I entered is not added. Yeah, it's added. It's already added. Yeah, yeah, got it. It's there. Yeah, perfect. So the welcome to Grafana portal. So by default, the password and username will be admin. You can change it, but for now, I'll keep as it is. Yeah, so this is your dashboard. I mean, sorry, not a dashboard. It's a landing page of a Grafana, which installed currently. Now, what we'll be doing is, we will install the Loki, what I said, to fetch logs, which will be displayed in here and the data sources. So in this data source, I can say you that there is a time series database with the Prometheus and login Loki, as well as different tools which you can use. So what guys make means confused between is Prometheus and Loki are the same part or not the same part. I am saying that Loki is for logging and for the all the metrics part, you have to use Prometheus, which is a time series. So in the metrics, you can see that in this time this much uses is there and this time this much uses. So for this you can use the tool. Now, for the Loki, I will install Docker in my instance first. Sudo apt-get install Docker. Yeah, that got installed. Now we can see the containers. We can't see the containers because we didn't added the Docker as a user. So what I can do is user mod one. I will add a Docker as a user in mine. Then I will reboot the system to make everything perfect. Connection refused. Yeah. Now after sorry, rebooting the system, we can see that we have our container ID and something. It means Docker is running. Now we will make a directory where we will be storing all the configuration file of the Promptil and the Loki. So for this, let me make a directory, which is I can name as Grafana on fix. Sorry. Yeah. So in this configs, we will adding all the both configuration files. So to download this, I have the command for that, the wget installed Loki config, and in the same way, we will be installing the Promptil config. Perfect. So now both the config files are installed. Now we'll be running the Loki on the Docker container. So after this only, we can say that our Loki is running. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so in the config file, if I see the Loki config.yaml, here I can see that it's running on port 3100, and it's running also on the local host. I will tell you what local host in the later part, and not more like no for this. No. So for this now again I will config the 3100 port in my inbound rule. I can do everything before coming to the session, but those who don't know about how to configure all this or new to the cloud, so that's why I made it purposely to show to you over here. The port 3100 is added. Now I can in so this time we will see that if Loki is ready or not. Hmm? Okay, okay, sorry. 31. Yeah, thank you. So I will wait for 15 seconds to get it ready. In the meantime, let's see. We'll run from till 2. Yeah, it's ready. Now I can see if what metrics means if it's collecting any metrics or not. Yeah, these are all the logs which Promptail is sorry, Loki is collecting from there. Not Loki. I'm got confused. Yeah, the Loki is collecting all these logs. We'll configure Promptail also we'll add the Docker. Wait, we'll run from tail to. Then we can jump to the Grafana dashboard and collect the logs from there. Perfect. Now from here, what I showed you that we can add the data source. For this, the data source will be Loki. And I told you that localhost wala part. So if um, it is shows that the URL where you want to collect the metrics from. So for in my case, the URL will be from the localhost part and the 3100 port. So I will localhost. I will see if save and yeah. So I can see that the data source is connected from my uh, server, and I can explore the view. Suppose for here we have to filter what labels we'll be using. So in the config file there is a label. I can show you that cat Loki config. So where is the job? No. Uh, yeah. So this is the labels and the labels. So in the label, we have a label name job, and also the value which is var logs. The var logs mean all the logs which are there in your instance, means all the function which are happening. From there you can see all the logs happening. So I will run the query and I can see all the logs over here. So instead of going to the instance and checking the logs, you can directly check from the dash from this portal. Now, as mentioned that we will be using the Jenkins part. So, sorry, Nginx. So for example, if I didn't install anything, but if we search Nginx, if we want to see that at what time and Nginx word is used, then we can see over here, but no logs found because we didn't install anything. Now I will be installing Nginx in my server. Yeah. Now if I see, I can add a more range functions rate over here in the interval anytime. I see. Yeah, these all are the places. No, sorry, Nginx. These are all the places where Nginx event occurred along with the time and the date. So if this only the Nginx part I want to move it into my dashboard and see that means most of the time what happens is if your Nginx failed, so you don't have to see all the logs which are happening in the server. You only have to see the Nginx part. So you can filter it out the word and make your own customized dashboard where you can see the Nginx log happened over here. We can add more things into that. Let me visualization part. If I do the job, now the war logs, Same engine expert. Interval. In use at gauge. Or yeah, gauge solution. Run queries. Yeah. So here I can see that this much, sorry, start. This is the panel for the means event occurred or regular interval, and I can apply. And here in the dashboard, you can see. So you can also filter it out that if error 404 happened in your server or something, you can filter it out. You can alert the developers or the DevOps or engineers that the error happened in your dashboard, means in the server. Because managing one server is easy, but managing 20 to 30 server is very difficult. So the alerting and the monitoring part came into picture just because the Grafana helped us to visualize in a better way. I also learned Grafana 1 to 2 days before. I can't means know advanced version of that. I know CloudWatch in a very depth. That's why I also got fired. No worries. So I will use Grafana in day-to-day life also in my office. And yeah, that's all what I can do from the demo perspective. Also, I want to add one more point that Grafana team is organizing a demo day where all the beginner to advanced level person can enroll, and there will be sessions regarding to the Grafana where yeah, you can learn more about the same tool. You can scan all. Also, you can chat with the experts of the Grafana because there will be one-on-one session or one-on-one question session for the team. Move. All right, that's all from my side, and I make this session very short and very beginner friendly so that you guys can start using Grafana. I also made a doc. I will update the later steps which are not there, and you can implement in your pet projects or you can learn more about the Grafana because it's a very easy tool. Not so easy, but it's a drag and drop, so you can play around with that. Also, it's free. Most of the things are free, so you can easily uh, play around and don't worry about the charges. You can connect with me. You can scan this QR code and on LinkedIn we can connect and have more chat. Yeah, thank you. And I will hand it over to Sagar and we can proceed with our later agenda.